Have a 5-point gap over the field right now. Al-Ahly have got some serious... It is Abdullah Al-Khaibari in for Angelo, the only change from the Al Nassr side that won a week ago against the Qatari side. They just look the part, don't they?
I think they've had a superb season, I really do. I think they started in a way where they sent out a message, and you just have to look around this wonderful stadium tonight and you see what it means to those.
But for those that have conquered the continent and for those that yet might, this and that has to be put on a mental pause for now. This is crunch time in the Saudi Pro League. Al Nassr in the driving seat. Al-Ahly still clinging on in there, just. Paul Robinson, former...
They do rely on their set pieces. Al-Ahly, they've got a number of goals from that this season. And with the Banyas and Demiral, who are a threat in both boxes, very effective at both ends of the field.
Red card produced, and that was within the 90 minutes as well, so Al-Ahly had to go a long way in that game with 10 men against their Japanese opponents, all the way to extra time.
And if there's any team in this league that can defensively stay into a game, it's Al-Ahly.
That's what makes this so intriguing tonight, as to how they approach this game against Jorge Jesus' Al Nassr. Turned over the top for Tony. Simakan retreating, Tony's found the pass, and that's an excellent recovery challenge. Flag does eventually go up anyway.
Defensive challenge it really is. It's a great turnover of possession. VAR would have looked at it. Ivan Toney to the naked eye there. He does look offside. His first touch didn't allow him the chance. Ball went across the middle, and Al-Amri sliding in there. He makes contact with Franck Kessié. The VAR will have a look at that. It's a dangerous challenge from behind. The defender takes a risk.
Camera person any help at all with his positioning. Galeno's going to leave it. Mahrez, something that was deceived, and then Bento with the save from Demiral, because his header...
Work free kick from the visitors. Takes Al Nassr by surprise. They push up. Keeps himself onside, Demiral. It's a comfortable save in the end for Bento. Possession. And here again we see the opportunity for Demiral. Set plays will be an asset for them. It's a free header. Maybe slightly behind him, just can't quite generate the power. It was a comfortable save for Bento, one you'd very much expect the goalkeeper to make. But as I was saying, Matej Jaisu, you won't expect his team to come here and dominate possession. They're a team who are quite comfortable without the ball. Al-Ahly, we see...
Brozovic has got the go-ahead now. Over the head of Ronaldo, it's come through to Simakan. Has lashed at that.
Wrong choice from Simakan, wasn't it? Looks like they've played a high line. Al-Ahly, the Al Nassr players would have been offside. When he gets in that position, he makes the wrong choice. He goes for goal. And I think João Felix and Ronaldo were in better positions in the middle. They just had a little...
Mahrez weaving and working his way through, and it's come out to Galeno, who's bent it wide.
And right there's the threat that Al-Ahly carry. They sit defensively deep, but they spring and they're quick on the counter-attack. Mahrez, Galeno, within 3 passes, having an attempt on goal. This has been brilliant so far. It's been so frantic and hectic. We're seeing 2 teams who are going all out for 3 points. This could be a good watch.
Because frankly, against Al-Qadiyasiyah.
Oh, Chris, they've got a massive 9 days. They've got 3 huge games in the space of 9 games, which could be season-defining. It will be season-defining for them. Also, that big game coming up against Al Hilal. You look at Al Hilal's running.
Last 2 games in the league. Khaibari. And now João Felix. And João Felix has a couple of options here. Ronaldo and Mane up ahead of him. It's gone to Ronaldo, who got his shot away quickly. And nearly deceived Edouard Mendy as well, who had to be...
There's the quality of the man. 20 minutes into the game, we've hardly mentioned him. But he gets an opportunity. It's a super first touch. And just as quick, he gets the ball out of his feet, hits it with his left. Slight defection, and it looks like a really good save from Edouard Mendy. Such quick, intelligent play from Ronaldo. A good save to keep him at bay.
There's only 2 teams in the Saudi Pro League.
He plays.
Felix just drifting around, picking up pockets of space. Ronaldo for Brozovic. This is Mane, Koeman and Ronaldo and Brozovic are waiting in the middle. And Mendy with a plunge in the direction of the ball. What a win would mean tonight. Mane doing everything he can to disrupt from Kessié. Didn't mind it.
And a slight discrepancy in size. He's defending there, Sadio Mane. Puts his body in, makes a strong challenge.
In terms of the seasons for these two has been the goals that they have scored.
He's gone in there and played to their strengths rather than trying to defend weaknesses. He's looked at the top end of the field and said, OK, that's where we're the strongest, that's where we'll win games.
Shifting it towards Mane, Koeman in the box. Wasn't the option that Mane wanted to try and utilise. Taken, but we shall alive to that. Brozovic drifting it over the top. Ronaldo taking it on. Mendy's come a long way. Ronaldo's still got a bit of work to do. He's lifted it in, looking for Joao Felix, away by Demirel, and then taken down by Atangana. Well, Mendy, for a moment, was in no man's land.
Yeah, he got that wrong. His depth perception's normally good. He's normally a good reader of the through ball. Cristiano Ronaldo's touch, he was probably a little bit further away than he would have wanted it, but he gets there before the goalkeeper, and he's completely out of position, and he gets lucky there, Edouard Mendy. He had no support with him, Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a good position, but he looks up, and there's an empty penalty box, nobody there to help him out.
Ibanez all the way up there. And not to be deceived, Al-Amri, by the presence of another centre-back in his own penalty area. Seconds of a eye-catching first half without a goal so far. Galeno. Kessié, who was shouting for a handball while also trying to get on the end of the ball. And at the end of it all, the decision is goal kick. Call on this.
He's looking for a handball there, Frank Kessié at the far post. Doesn't know what to do, whether to continue to try and keep the ball in play or to stop and appeal to the referee. Look too much in that. Martinez is not even looking at the ball. He's got his back turned to the ball. There's a little bit of an aftermath coming together of the players in the box as well.
Complaints right now are rife in all quarters, aren't they? There is the conclusion of a tight and tense 45 minutes so far.
And they're very, very effective for Ronaldo.
Still on now, but does that play on the mind a little bit? They will be like eagles watching this.
Yeah, and it'll be like that between now and the end of the season. This is a huge, huge opportunity for Al Nassr at home.
Into the middle it comes, and it's come for Mahrez! And Riyad Mahrez scores, but it won't count because the flag is going to...
Barkley fans away to the right-hand side in the corner. And again, it's that high line that Al Nassr play. Catches Frank.
Surrounded by four at one point there. Now Kaibari. Felix, too high for Mane.
See what he's trying to do there, Joao Felix. Sadio Mane gets into the box, is completely unmarked. It's half a chance. It's a good ball from Felix, slightly too high for Sadio Mane.
By Ronaldo, and back by Mazraoui ahead. Felix trying to go around Demirel. The book tonight.
It's a good ball into Joao Felix, and he knows that he's got the pace to get round him. Intelligent play from the Portuguese.
Kick in a position where Cristiano Ronaldo will, I imagine, be keeping Mendy on his toes a bit here.
He's scored past me from a similar area. 100% this will be going towards the goal.
Well, I hope Mendy's been watching the highlights of that game.
Maybe not taking any goalkeeping technique tips off me for that incident.
Ronaldo, he has gone for goal, and Mendy's positioning was fine.
Old Trafford, very similar area, and unlike Edouard Mendy, didn't read the situation. But to be fair to Ronaldo, he whacked it up high into the near post. Mendy does well there, takes no chances, gets too good.
Through a small gap towards Joao Felix, who still wants it, but now he's going to make the move for Mane instead. Mane's making his own moves. Coman. Ronaldo lingering. That's Ronaldo, that's Joao Felix, and that is the best chance of Al Nassr's night so far.
And a player of his quality, you expect him to hit the target from that type of area. Characteristically, Cristiano Ronaldo just lets the ball out of his feet, but he's got the tactical intelligence just to poke it into the path of his teammate. Sits nicely for Joao Felix. Got to...
Had to be quick to move it to Demiral. Atangana, and the high presses work for Al Nassr. Martinez swinging it in, and claiming it above Ronaldo. We are waiting still for the explosive first moment of this game. Joao Felix, and it is not arriving here and now, at least. Behind him. Mane, that's a nice ball for Brozovic, who took it well too, to keep this attack moving quickly for Al Nassr. Mane pulled over by Mazraoui. Might be getting a yellow card himself here. Can he get one right? Can Al Nassr find a breakthrough here? Ronaldo was in there, and so was Simakan. And somehow, amongst that cluster of yellow, nobody got a decisive touch.
What a super ball. That is a quality delivery. For all the poor ones he's had tonight, for somebody. Good defensive line from Al-Akhli. Cristiano Ronaldo can't quite get the touch he wants at the near post. Al-Amri can't reach it, and no touch at the far post. Two Al Nassr players flying in. It's a super delivery. It was begging somebody to put it in the back of the net.
Lovely touch, Joao Felix. Ghana sticking to the task, sticking to him too tightly. Jorge Jesus has marched out of his technical area to remind the referee that... I was going to say, if he wasn't on the tightrope, he's at least climbing the steps to get up there, isn't he, Atangana?
He's getting close to it with the accumulation as well, and that's a challenge once again. He doesn't need to make that challenge. He's going nowhere in that situation, Joao Felix.
These are the moments that matter at this stage of the season. Last quarter of an hour. Joao Felix close to Mendy and not taking a chance, Atangana, on his goalkeeper beat.
Atangana puts himself in front of that near post.
He would like one moment, wouldn't he? Just the one.
Normally finds them, doesn't he?
Felix, and the header finds the net, and who has found the net? Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the moment. And it might be a defining moment in Al Nassr's season. Ronaldo wears the crown, and Al Nassr getting ever closer to where they want to be.
He normally finds them, and he might just have found the biggest goal of his and Al Nassr's season. It's a super delivery, but once again he gets to the near post. He's the biggest, he's the tallest, the strongest, and there was only going to ever be one outcome. It's a brilliant header. It glances off the side of his head. The direction of it's perfect. And it's a massive, massive goal in the context of the season. and this match.
One touch is all it takes, and they're falling in love again.
Moments, big players. When your team needs a moment, quality always rises to the top.
And now he is going to be entrusted with...
Chance again, see the goal. He knew what he was doing in communication with his fellow countrymen. Sneaks on the inside of the goalkeeper. It's all about the delivery and his movement. Watch his movement. Very, very clever piece of movement. And we know the leap that he's got and the quality that he possesses. What a great side.
I get a feeling that might be one of the shots of the season. Certainly feels like, if it is to be an Al Nassr win, one of the wins of their season. Listen to this stadium.
There's been a belief all season, the way that they started the season, Al Nassr.
Meaningful contact. Jahani. And the Al Nassr joy, unbridled, unfiltered.
And look what it means to him. You know, everything that he's achieved through his career, the trophies that he's won, the milestones that he's hit, still scoring a goal, the passion that it still brings to him.
Brozovic with the free kick. Koeman. Ronaldo. It's a corner. Brozovic and Demirel clatters it behind.
Demirel is frustrated with his teammates. Things aren't quite going the way that he wants.
Can get over the line here. Brozovic, Rashi there. Up into the sky by Mahrez, one by Yaya. That's a hit by Koeman! That is a hit by Kingsley Coman! And that'll do it for Al Nassr. Edging closer and closer to getting their hands on the title again.
Wow, wow, wow. What a strike from Koeman. They do so well. Al Nassr, they keep the ball alive and he finds himself in space. He's got no other options. He just puts his foot through the ball. And it's sheer power and pace that whizzes past Edouard Mendy at such pace. Still, no emotion from the manager, but he knows that's job done tonight. And that's one step closer. Yes, you're right. One step closer to that league title.
He's been in such great...
Again, he's played a captain's role and he knows it. Means so much to him and Al Nassr, Jorge Jesus.
And Al Nassr once more stretching their legs at the top of the Saudi Pro League table. 8 points clear of Al Hilal. And they will be feeling like sooner rather than later they are finally going to say that they are the champions of Saudi Arabia again. The celebrations feel that way on a mighty night for Al Nassr. They've beaten Al Ahly by 2-0.
The legend.
5 champions.
Okay, you said 5 champions for sure.
I have 5. 5.
Congratulations, by the way. What a game. Crazy game. About the fans, about the players, about the result. 3 points. Tell me the impression about this game. It's a crazy game.
Well, very difficult game. You knew it that we're going to play one of the best teams in the league. But I think in the first half was very tight technically. But in the second half we play better. We create more chances. And of course we deserve to win because we scored 2 goals.
A lot of stress in this game. We saw that. Why you think that? Before the game, a lot of talking about this game. Is that affect Cristiano about what we saw today?
I think this is not good for the league. Everyone complain. Everyone do it more than should do. This is football. This is not just a war. We know we have to fight. Everyone wants to win, but it's not allowed everything. It's not allowed everything. I'm gonna have time to speak in the end of the season because I see many bad things. Many players complain, do it posts in Instagram and Facebook, speak about the referee, speak about the league, speak about the project. I think this is not good. This is not the goal of the league. We should give examples, not only here, but also for the Europe, that we want to compete with them to be one of the best leagues in the world. But like that, I think we should analyze, stop that, speak with the SPL, because this is not, for me, this is not football.
The last question. Sorry, Saad. You celebrate with our Egal, the black circle. It's our pleasure to see that. You always support our culture.
They love me. It's not a problem. They support their team, but for me it's not a problem. I'm used to have this kind of people because I played so many years in Juventus, Real Madrid, and Manchester, and for me it's not a problem. What I want to see is our fans happy.
You are legend, man. Thank you so much, Cristiano. Shukran, Cristiano.